What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Savvy Systems Sister podcast. I am your Savvy Systems sister. And listen, I decided that the easiest way for me to continue to put out the podcast is to do a live show over here on YouTube. And so, honey, that is what we are doing. So, welcome to the Savvy Systems Sister Live. And then you will find the replay, of course, on YouTube, but you will also be able to find it after today on um, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, any of the places that you get your podcasts from. That is where she will be available. So, welcome to the podcast, you all. I am so excited to take this journey that I have been on of producing live content, especially here on YouTube. And I remember to turn the microphone on. Okay, if you saw my shorts video, I my YouTube short not too long ago, I did an entire YouTube live without the microphone on. Yeah, without the microphone on. And so let me tell you, I am better because of it, because now your girl is not going to forget to turn the microphone on. Okay. I see the colors flashing. That means she on and she ready. So also this week I've been kind of a little under the weather. My youngest son, who is 7, had a cold or some type of something um on last Sunday, and then he ended up spiking a fever Sunday. Monday, we were home all day, and he was feeling better. So we were working on a class project together. But he was also coughing all over me, and so here we are, congested since Tuesday. But we went live 2 days this week, and we are really doing it. Congested at all. So if you hear me clear my throat or have to give a little cough, I'm sorry in advance. But that's where we're at right now. Okay. So let's dive into today's content. Y'all, number one, if you're watching this on YouTube, excuse me, if you're watching this on YouTube, then you'll notice that perm sets have me in a chokehold, just like the congestion, just like the congestion. Excuse me, just like the congestion, the perm rod sets have me in a chokehold. And so I have been rocking them a lot lately. And today I took out my perm rods. It did not feel like what's the word? Fluffing it out yet. So if you're watching this on YouTube, don't judge me. That's where we at. Um, all last week we were talking about access. We were talking about awareness and the access formula. If you are not familiar with my access framework, let's dive into it real quick. So, when it comes to access, access is the framework for the way people experience you and they experience your business. So, when we're talking about the A in access, we're talking about awareness. How are people finding you? How are they becoming more aware of your products, your service, um, the things that you have to offer? When we're talking about the C stage, we're talking about consideration. Consideration is when they become aware of you, they see you, and now they're like, oh, I see her. She might be somebody that I want to work with in the future, or but maybe she's not. I don't know. Once they've gotten past the consideration phase, they're ready to give you that yes. That's when we get into the commitment phase. So, they've seen you, they've thought about it, and now they're like, "You the one. Yes, you are the one." Once they've committed, we want to make that a little bit bigger. Once they have committed, um, then are ready to uh, they are ready for an experience. And that is the experience that they will have inside of your program that your product or service provides. And then that S is sustain. That is the transformation. And not only is it the transformation, it's number one, how are we going to sustain or keep alive that relationship that you all have started um, in while they were in your program? So they've said yes, they've had this experience. Now, how are you going to keep that experience going? The other part of sustain is how are they going to be able to sustain the transformation once they have decided that they are no longer working in your program? Sustain. So last week we talked a lot about SEO, and SEO falls right into the awareness phase. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about some strategies to bring awareness, and I think we're going to pull up some tech tools too that are that will have people getting to. Um, we're going to bring up some tech tools. I love some tech tools. Okay, um, that will have people and that they will bring awareness to your business, will bring awareness to your brand. And that is going to be our episode. So let's dive in. So, when we're talking about awareness, we're talking about, again, how are people finding you? And one way that people can find you is if you have a YouTube, if you have social media, any type of social media, Instagram, Facebook, if you're on Substack, maybe you're on TikTok, maybe you're on YouTube, maybe you have a podcast. Maybe people are finding you via word of mouth. But the question is, how are people finding you? Y'all, I forgot to put my computer on Do Not Disturb. So let's do that. Boom. So, how are people finding you? How are they becoming aware of you? And so, when we're talking about awareness, if we're talking about long form content, of course, we want to tap into SEO. SEO is search engine optimization. We want people to be able to go to Google, type in a few words, and your stuff pop up. That's what we want for that's what we want for our ourselves, is that we are findable via Google and all of these other search engine platforms. Well, in order to do that, whether it be your blog post or it be your YouTube channel, we've got to use certain keywords that are going to make sure that people can find us. So, what do you mean, Carmen? I gave the example, if you were on my live the other night, I gave the example, especially from an education standpoint, because um, if you're new here, most of my clientele are educators. And so, from an education standpoint, SEO, search engine optimization, it's kind of like your learning target. And I know, I know y'all. I know y'all. And y'all will get on this here good internet and absolutely hate a learning target. You will hate it. And I'd be like, why do we hate the things that are good for us? Like the learning target. Which is one of the reasons you all shy away from SEO because it's confusing to you. You're not sure how to use it, or you're not using it correctly. So SEO is basically your learning target. It helps you to be able to focus on what it is that you need to be able to focus on so that you can so that your ideal client, your ideal customer, when they go to Google with this thing that they're searching for because they are frustrated by it, um, they'll be able to find you. Okay. So that's SEO. Some other ways that people can find you. Optimization, we can optimize anything. You want to optimize your YouTube channel. You want to optimize your um, Instagram. bio. You want to optimize your TikTok bio again so that when people type in certain words, they can find you. One of my absolute favorite tools for um, one of my absolute favorite tools for SEO is Uber Suggest. Let me see if I can pull it up. Yep, here we go. I'm going to switch over. I'm going to switch over to the screen. All right. There is Uber Suggest. Let me make me a little smaller. And so when it comes to SEO, one of the best tools out here for looking up your keywords is Uber Suggest. Let's see if they still have the. All right, here we go. So when it comes to SEO, we can use a tool like Uber Suggest to find the keywords that we are looking for. So let's go to, I'm looking for something in particular. Hold on, you guys. Planes going over my house. Let's go to keyword research. This is what I was talking about in my live the other day about keywords and how to find those keywords. So let's say I want to rank in on Google for a specific keyword. I am going to type that keyword right here into Uber Suggest. So the one I used the other day was math strategies. Oop, and I spelled it wrong. So it might not come up with anything. let me let me spell it right. Let me spell it right. I put an extra R in there. Math. Oh, I don't want to log in right now. It's gonna make me log in, you guys. But you can see it'll give us a SEO difficulty. It'll tell us how many pages have backlinks with that keyword. Again, this ain't it. This is not the right. I typed it in wrong, of course. But you kind of see how it works. One of the other tools that you can use that is great for SEO is Answer the Public. I absolutely love this one, especially when it comes to finding content ideas for your brands. So let's again type in, math strategies. And the thing about Answer the Public is it gives me a whole slew of ideas based on what people are looking for when it comes to my topic. It's taken a long time to load because that's such a broad topic. If I had gone a little more deeper and got a little more specific, then it would not be taking as long. But I can see that in search engines, so Google, people are searching for things like math strategies for problem solving. And the volume right now is at 480. That means that every month about 480 people are searching for math strategies for problem solving, math strategies for word problems. That one doesn't have quite as high a volume as the last one, so it might not be something I want to create content on. This one says math strategies for addition. Nobody's looking for that. So there are all kinds of questions that people are looking for that you can use in order to create additional content on. Also, nobody's really shopping for anything math strategies related, and I don't blame them. Um, but you can see on social media the hashtag math strategies guides looks like it is a pretty popular one. That's why it's listed here. So then I could go to Instagram or wherever and look that up. Um, you can also see some of the things that people are asking AI models, which means that these might be great things, again, for you to create content and bring awareness to your business and to your brand. Again, these are things that people are searching for. So it's a great opportunity um, for you as you are creating content to tap into some of these things. Now, do you gotta create content around all of them? No. Could you create content around some of them? Absolutely. Um, Again, here's some AI prompts that people have typed in. Of course, we are not logged in, and this is the free, so it's only giving us a certain amount of data. But you can see all of the things again that people are looking for or people ask Google so that you know these are things that I can write content on. Look, this one right here has a pretty decent search volume of 110 for math SAT strategies, especially because it's around that time where kids are taking the SATs. And this is all on YouTube. If I were to click on Instagram, you can see some of the hashtags that people are using. Um, so that is just a quick overview of some of the things that you can do with SEO and bringing awareness to your business and awareness to your brand by typing in those keywords. And you saw how when I typed it into Uber Suggest, math strategy is kind of broad. When I typed it into Answer the Public, still very broad. It took a little minute to calculate some things. So the more specific you get, the better results you are going to get. So make sure that you are using SEO in your business. You are using SEO in your brand as you are creating your long form content and even within some of your short form content. Um, Now, Uber Suggests and Answer the Public are great for blogs. They are great for also YouTube content. Other platforms are also great for YouTube content, like vidIQ is a good one for YouTube. Um, TubeBuddy is a great one for YouTube. I actually use vidIQ in my own business, and so let's pull that one up. I might do a separate video on vidIQ soon. All right, so here we are. This is vidIQ, and this is their keyword situation that they have going on. They give you some rising keywords. Again, this one is specific to YouTube. So they give you some rising keywords over here, um, opportunities for keywords based on what your channel is about. Um, but like, let's say I wanted to search again, let's just go with math strategies because that's what we've been talking about. If I click math strategies and I click overview or hit enter, it's telling me that math strategies has a low search volume. The competition is low, but overall, it's not something that I want to try to rank for. But if you come over here to the side, ACT math is an excellent one that you should, if you are into math when it comes to the ACT, you could definitely prep for that one. Any of these keywords over here are excellent. Let's click on it so we can see what they got that is good. Anything in green. So I don't know, math still people are searching for it, but it still feels a little broad to me. I mean, a lot of broad to me. But if you just took that word and made sure that it was in your video somewhere, you would be good to go. Again, ACT prep, math tricks, even though harm or no disrespect as a math coach, we not relying on We're not relying on tricks. We're not doing that. Um, again, math prep. Y'all love some tricks. We need to focus on the conceptual over the. But ooh, if you were a math consultant and you were doing a YouTube video, and you wanted to rank for this keyword, math tricks for kids, um, it has a pretty decent search volume. Good for somebody who doesn't have a lot of followers on their channel. But and the competition is low. Not a lot of people are making videos about math tricks for kids. Now, again, I'm not going to condone a video on math tricks for kids because I'm a math coach and I don't believe in the tricks. However, you could take this math tricks for kids or just the other one, there was another math tricks one too. You could take both of those, this one up here. Wow, look at the search volume on that one. 39,842 people are searching for math tricks. So your video then could turn that and say, what's the problem with math tricks? Or try this instead of those fancy math tricks. All of those are awesome um, for as a keyword. People are looking for education videos. Again, we're getting into the ACT. So glad people are not searching for mathematics hacks and SAT math prep. Listen, I got a kid that's getting ready to take the SAT, so we might have to tap into some of those videos. If that's you, let me know. Oh, there's also one here, how to learn math that would be something good or could be good, where you could give strategies or whatever for um for math. So that one is vidIQ, and it is specific to YouTube. That is the one that I personally use. There's also a TubeBuddy. There's one more, but I can't think of what it is off the top of my head. Definitely something for you to look into if YouTube is a part of your strategy. I hope this video was helpful. I felt like I was rambling just a little bit. Um, but I will see you next Sunday for the very next podcast episode. Y'all, we're going to be doing these every Sunday. I have to pick a specific time. I think it's going to be 7:30 though. I was a little early today because my kids are not here. But I think it's going to be 7:30 where we're going to be doing our weekly podcast recording. And so I sure hope that this one, number one, was helpful. And number two, that you come back for the next episode of the podcast. All right, y'all, this has been real. This has been fun. I hope that you are set up for the week and that your systems are running so that you can have the life and the freedom that you deserve. See you next week.